Dear friends, welcome to the 4th episode of Bull News. In all 3 previous episodes, we have been eagerly anticipating the upcoming launch of spot Ethereum ETFs. And finally, today we can talk about this as an accomplished fact. The Chicago Board Options Exchange, CBOE, confirmed the launch of 5 spot Ethereum ETFs on July 23rd. I don't know about you, but I believe this is the key event of the year for the crypto market and its acceptance. Experts are also optimistic. Steno Research forecasts a net inflow of $15–20 billion into future funds within a year and an increase in Ethereum capitalization to $6,500. K33 Research has slightly more modest estimates. Analysts expect an inflow of $3.4.8 billion in the first 5 months after the start of trading. Either way, this is an incredibly powerful signal for the market. With the advent of convenient, transparent, and, most importantly, regulated instruments, even more institutional investors will enter the market, which means one thing: growth, and not just for Ethereum, but for the entire market. Information about the possible launch of Solana ETF is also emerging. The ETF store president Nate Geraci wrote a post about this on X. In the meantime, last week, spot Bitcoin reached a 6-week high of $422.5 million. In just 3 trading days, funds collected more than $1 billion. Every week I tell you about new cases of institutional entry into the market, and today is no exception. It has become known that State Street plans to launch its own stablecoin. State Street is a major investment company managing $3.5 trillion in assets. The company wants to launch a deposit token that will represent client deposits on the blockchain. This is the tokenization trend, or RWA, that I told you about in the last episode. Anything can be turned into cryptocurrency, from a piece of art to a client deposit of a serious financial company. And tokenization is becoming more and more popular among large financial institutions. For instance, the Italian State Bank, in collaboration with the country's largest lender with assets over $1 trillion, issued digital bonds worth $27,200,000 on the Polygon blockchain. By the way, the choice of cryptocurrencies by institutions is paying off. For example, shares of MicroStrategy are growing faster than other popular stocks since the company adopted its Bitcoin strategy in August 2020. And now, friends, it's time for the coolest news. Some of you might have already guessed that this news will be related to the presidential elections in the USA. After Joe Biden officially declined to participate in the race, all attention in the crypto industry is focused on the vice president under Donald Trump, 39-year-old senator from Ohio, James David, J.D. Vance, who has already earned the nickname Crypto President. The 39-year-old Vance is called a supporter of cryptocurrencies for his criticism of the approach of American regulators to the crypto market and his involvement in drafting bills attractive to crypto businesses in the USA. He is one of the few politicians who proves his commitment to cryptocurrencies not just in words but in actions. 2 years ago, he reported holding between $100,000 to $250,000 in crypto. Trump's team has made the issue of cryptocurrencies a part of his campaign. On July 27th, he will speak at a major crypto conference, with the organizers confirming his participation even after the assassination attempt. Trump's campaign has been accepting donations in cryptocurrencies since May. According to the Wall Street Journal, Trump received $3 million in cryptocurrency as donations. In 2 months, about 100 people made cryptocurrency transfers to Trump team wallets, mostly in Bitcoin or Ethereum. He received $1.6 million in Bitcoin from the Winklevoss twins, owners of the crypto business Gemini, and another $845K in Ethereum from the exchange founder. This is the kind of news I call bullish. Let's keep our fingers crossed for Vance and move to another part of the world. And by the way, we already talked about this country in the first episode of our news. Back then, Pavel Durov paid a visit there. Can you guess what I'm talking about? Yes, it's about Kazakhstan, and we have 2 big news from there. The country's official postal service will begin conducting transactions with digital assets on the same terms as commercial banks. In other words, Kazakhstan people will be able to invest fiat money into cryptocurrencies and also withdraw funds from digital assets through the postal operator. In addition, the country has launched a pilot project for using the digital Tenge, CBDC, to track budget funds. The central bank has tagged funds allocated for financing the construction of a railway line from the sovereign fund, and the tagged money will be paid only to organizations that have fulfilled all obligations. I am confident that this will help reduce corruption in the country and create a positive precedent and example for many countries. Phew, it looks like I've told you all the most important news about the market. Finally, I remind you that today we are expecting an exciting release in Battle Bulls. The ranking functionality is launching. Rank increases the size of tap energy and the value of each tap. Find detailed information about ranks in our Telegram channels. Once again, I urge you to invite your friends and acquaintances to Battle Bulls so that next week we can celebrate a new record for the number of players together.